Across the globe, and welcome back to Dockside Live, our brand new matchday show live from Hill Dickinson Stadium. We're going to be bringing you all of the pre-match build-up to our game today against Fulham, and you can join us again at half-time and full-time for our analysis and our reactions. And like I've said, every single game will be joined by a fan favourite, and it was only right that we got him back again. Taking a little break from his fishing with 329 appearances for the club. It is, of course, Tony Hibbert. Welcome back, Tony. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks. Good.
Now, today, it feels like a big chance for us, right, to get some good points, a good result on the board. How are you feeling ahead of today?
Confidence. You've got to be confident being at home again and playing a side what probably not in the best form. But even still, we're at home, we've got to get these points from playing at home.
And for you as a former player, when you're going into an international break, how much does that weigh on your mind in terms of let's get a good result going into it?
It doesn't really, it doesn't play on your mind. It's obviously, it's the people around you and obviously the staff and the people what know what it's all about. It's just another of another motion to kick in that we're at home. You've got to win, no matter who you're playing, you've just got to win.
And we talk about, you know, the away game because we talk about our home form, but away we showed some signs in those first 30 minutes, I felt. It was possibly one of the best 30 minutes we've played all season. Obviously kind of a mixed performance after that. But what are some positives we can take from those first 30 minutes in the Sunderland game?
But obviously we've got a point. Obviously Sunderland, they're on a good form of run. So it wasn't going to be easy going there, but ideally if you take a lead and then obviously you miss a couple of chances, you've got to be really thinking we should have come out with more points there. But you'll take a point on the road, like I said, they're in a good form, but ideally the position what we was in, we should have took more.
And for this game, it's not just that it's home, it's that we've had a good record at home so far. You were here for the Spurs game, we were here watching it, and that felt like quite an unfair result given the performance. So how much positives can we take from those performances, even the Spurs game included? You've
got to, the players around the team in the squad, obviously you'll understand when you're playing, when you've played good, when you played bad, the characters around the place. So you do take the positives of games even when you don't have the best of results. There is positives somewhere, but it's up to the squad themselves to get them back up. Obviously playing at home is the big factor really. Everyone loves playing at home, and especially in a new stadium. So you're taking positives from that and all around the place.
I mean, you've played in a lot of games at home with a supportive fan base around you. How important is that for the fans to get behind this team, and how much does it actually play on your mind as a player to have that support?
It's amazing, obviously knowing you're playing at home, playing at Goodison, or you're coming here to the new stadium now. It's nice. It's more or less a relief because you know the fans are going to be right on your side from the minute of the kick-off. So confidence-wise, belief, it all comes from that and being at home and then hearing the fans. It's just a matter of executing and obviously coming away with a win.
What are you hoping to see from this team today, especially in those sort of first 30 minutes to get the stadium going?
I think the way we have been in the last home game against it, we overrun them. We were first to the ball, we won all the second balls, and we kept the pressure on. I think obviously we do the same thing. We should be getting a better result here. We should be playing against Fulham. They're not, like I said before, they're not on the best of running. Ideally, we've got a better team. We have got a better team on paper. So I do expect a result for us, and I do think a good performance as well, coming here and playing. I don't see why not.
Do you think there'll be any pressure on the players for today in terms of maybe some of the results not going the way that we wanted previously?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I think it comes from the squad and the players they are, the characters in the team. Some players might feel it's up to them to notice that and pick the players up. But I don't think there's pressure. Yeah, there might be a little bit to the people who know and been at the club a long time, like people are not happy now, do you know what I mean? We need to be results, especially against teams where we should be picking points up. But there won't be so much pressure, I don't think, on the lads at the moment, no.
Well, one thing we can take confidence from is that David Moyes' record against Fulham is a very good one, winning 19 games out of his 32, including his first win as Everton manager. This is what he had to say ahead of the game.
Today. Yeah, well, we've actually made a really good start. You mentioned the one defeat, but we've actually played really well here. So let's hope we can continue to do that.
One change in the team today, Timmy Bunham comes in for Jacob Bryan, who had started every Premier League match. What's the thinking behind that?
I just felt that we needed to just look to try and alter things a little bit, see if it works for us. So, Jake's done brilliantly well. He's hardly missed a minute for us. He's probably played more minutes than any other player. I just felt it was the time to have a little look at something else.
And Fulham had been on a little wobbly run of their own, but they got a big win last weekend. I'm sure that'll help their confidence.
Well, I hope not, look, it's the way the Premier League is, you know, the wins are vital, but also very tight, little margins between many of them, so look,
Well, those were David Moyes' thoughts. I'll quickly run through the team sheet again. So we've got Pickford, Keane, Tarkowski, Njai, Barry, Mikolenko, Grealish, Dewsbury Hall, Idrissa Gueye, Garner and Irobenham, who's come in. So one change there, particularly with Irobenham coming in. What do you hope to see from that midfield with that change?
The same again what we did at Tottenham. I think the overall performance of the whole team and the midfield, the way we pressed and we always won the second ball, I think we will see again the like-for-like plays, to be honest, in the midfield. So I expect to see the same thing as Tottenham.
And now that does, of course, mean that we're going to see Garner go into right back. We spoke about him last time a little bit as well. What do you hope to see from him at right back? Obviously not a natural right back, but I think he's done a really good job when he has played there.
He's done a brilliant job. Yeah, I think obviously ask him to play out of position. You ask for just do what he can, and he's surprised. I think he surprised a lot of people. He's playing well there. I don't expect he'll be like a Seamus or anyone else who's comfortable playing there, but he does a really good job for us. It's obviously you need them in your team, them type of players. But I think he plays there comfortable and he'll be all right for us.
Well, Moy spoke about Jake O'Brien coming out of the team. It doesn't seem to be he's done anything wrong. I mean, he's played incredible minutes here as well. But is that just maybe a hope of a little bit of change, having Garner there and just seeing kind of what those changes do make to the team?
Yeah, obviously he's just trying to freshen it up. He's just trying to see, and they're trying to get a win. It's obviously the manager's decision. He thinks that's the right decision, but I don't know, some little things, a little change, a little tweak can happen that could get us a win, and obviously that gives on the momentum then of to carry on. But it's all about confidence at the end of the day.
And not a change from Sunderland, but a change in terms of some of the starting 11s we have seen of Barry still maintaining his place in up front. What were your thoughts on his performance against Sunderland? Because he showed some real bright promise there. Obviously the miss has been spoken about a lot, but it feels like it's something that we can build on quite a bit in terms of his getting behind the lines and things that he can bring to this team. Yeah,
obviously you can see he's trying. He's getting in positions. He's trying the odd stuff. It's coming off. He does. You see glimpses of him. He is a good player. Centre forwards, it's a confidence thing. If they're confident and obviously the scoring somehow, it's only a matter of time to get onto the roll. And I think obviously everyone knew when he first came. It was a process with him. But ideally we need goals, obviously, and everyone's looking at the striker now. So it is like everyone's looking to them, but obviously they've got to come from the team as well. Other players have got to stand up and take the pressure off them. But it's one of them that I've got no problem with him. He'll probably come good in the end, but at the moment the fingers are obviously looking at the two strikers. But it's got to deal with it.
How do you think Moyes helps instill that confidence in some of the young players and new players coming through, who, especially someone like him, who's just trying to find his feet? What's he like as a manager in doing that?
Yeah, he finds ways. Obviously, speaking to players privately or putting an arm around the shoulder when they need it, he will find a way. He experienced now from what obviously the clubs he's been at and the players he's played under. He will know his way how to do it. The backroom staff as well, they'll know certain players in the squad, the senior players. They should be doing it as well, because at the end of the day, they're in your team, they need to score. But it's just a matter of time in training. You might get a sloppy goal and that just could change anything. But yeah, confidence-wise, it comes from in the team and the management to really pick it up.
Well, one player we can be very confident in is Iliman Ndiaye. Lots of us will be very happy to see him in that starting 11. And with all of his skill set, it was only right that we got him to give a little lesson to some local toffees. This is what he got up to.
This is skill school. Let's go! Keep your piece. You want to hit it with this part of your foot, so you get the good trajectory of the ball, to go straight up. And this is how it would start. So you grab the ball in your hand, and you just start by just kicking it like this. Master it to just kick it straight, instead of to the side and things like that. So you just go. After when you master that and you see that the ball goes, straight into your arms, you just start doing it with a bounce. And then you grab it, And then the next step, if you get comfortable, you can just, start doing like this, pick it up, straight, Around the road. This one is a bit more complicated. Yeah, so I'll just show you in a few steps how to try and do the skill. Drop the ball and just try go around it as quick as you can. So now you can, measure a bit how far you want to go around the ball. So you just go like this for a few times. And then next, what you want to do is just, and then keep it up. And once you're comfortable in that, go like this, and then, you do it with your foot. So like this. Then the next part is a bit more complicated because you have to get your foot around it. But that's how I say you need to try and try to do. So if you can't touch the ball straight after yet, don't.
Around the world.
Yeah, I don't think I was able to attempt it, to be honest.
Well, he scored a very, very good goal for us against Sunderland. What were your thoughts on his performance in that game?
Overall, I think he was probably the standout player for us, to be honest. You've seen it the weeks playing. He is probably one of our better players on the ball. I just think, to have him in as confident he is, you see he's very, very confident now, and every game is getting better and better. It's good to have.
And how important is it to have a player like that who can chip in with the goals, chip in with the assists out wide? Because we know what he can do in terms of creating chances for other people, but being able to finish it off like he did against Sunderland.
Yeah, it's very important. So obviously playing out on the wings, obviously you'd expect more assists, but obviously he's chipping in with the goals, which we need more players to do. But obviously I'm happy for him to get on the goal sheet as well, because that gives an aspect of setting players up as well as scoring themselves. So it helps us all the way.
Well, Moyes has given him a lot of confidence as well. He said that, he thinks he can be even better than he is. He's only 25 now. How good do you think he can be?
Yeah, obviously, I think confidence is a massive part of his game. It's big in football as a person, but I think he's the type of person where if he's got more confidence and people are saying and giving a clap on the back, I think he'd be just improve and go all the way. For what I've seen, he looks unbelievable. The performance he's put in, like I said, he has been brilliant for us.
I think it's only right we give some appreciation to the fact as well that he's playing on the right wing. Obviously, we're used to seeing him on the left, Grealish in that position now. How important is it for a player like him to be so versatile and be able to play across those three positions?
In this modern game now, it's very important. I think you need a number of players now who can play them positions. So it doesn't surprise me that the ability he's got, he can do that, same as Jack. They are top players, so it doesn't surprise me one bit that they can play a number of positions.
Now with AFCON coming up, we will be missing him, but a chance for some other players to step up in his place?
They've got to, that's why you've got a squad. You've got to have a squad that can obviously now deal with them situations. It'll be a massive miss for us, the form he's in, the player he is, it will be a massive miss, but it's up for a player to step up and take his place.
Any other players today that you're hoping to see get on the score sheet or just bring that extra bit to their game?
Obviously, I think Jack will be another player for us. Obviously, they're the two main players for us for on the ball and creating or scoring. They're the main ones, but I think I'd like to see some more from the two midfielders, get more in the box and maybe get on the score sheet. I'm open because we've got to look now to start as a team to create more chances as well as scoring more goals.
Well, this is a reminder as well that today is our Armed Forces today is our Armed Forces Remembrance Day dedicated fixture. So this is what some of the veterans got up to when they came to Hill Dickinson Stadium.
been a fantastic day. It's just come down from Aldershot this morning, so it was a hell of a drive. But yeah, again here, been hosted fantastically.
Had an absolutely fantastic day today. Yeah, it's been brilliant. Never been behind the scenes like today, so yeah, it was an eye opener. Just to see the lads come in there, yeah, it's brilliant.
I can't lie, it was a nice surprise at the end of the day. Yeah, no, it was really good, and they're fantastic lads. It's great to catch up with them.
Excited are you for this game today?
Yeah, obviously going into the international break, I'm excited. I'm confident we've got a team that can go out and win today. No disrespect to Fulham, but we've got a better team and we should be winning here.
We were speaking to Alan Stubbs and he was saying that this Moyes team is a bit different to the Moyes team that he played under. He feels like it's a little bit more attacking, it's a little bit less of just the sort of sitting back, defensive pragmatism approach. Is that your view as well?
Yes. It is a bit. You've got a lot better players, to be honest, in this team. Ball-wise, carrying skillful players, you've got quite a bit here. This team, I'm confident as I like the team that we've got. But when we were playing, and me and Stubbs, you had a good team, a very good team spirit.
Are there lots of similarities you still see, though, in a kind of old-school David Moyes team?
To this team?
Yeah.
No, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, no. We had some big characters.
Yeah.
The team spirit, what we had, it was up there. It was really, really, really good. There's some brilliant footballers, don't get me wrong, brilliant footballers playing with, but I think the way the modern game has gone now, it's changed a lot. But now it is what it is, but they have, playing wise and ability wise, I think this team's got a lot more than what we had.
Any players that you particularly played with in the many teams that you would like to see in this team here?
Stubbsy, to be honest.
Yeah.
Stubbsy was a good carrier, Stubbsy was a good player. Like I said, there's a few. Tommy Gravison, you had Wayne, you had Leon, do you know what I mean? There's a few. AJ, do you know what I mean? There's a good players, what we played against and what we had in our team, what would suit this team. But it is what it is. We've got a squad, we've got to deal with it.
Well, we can now hear from James Tarkowski ahead of this game.
Well, James, we know wins in the
She's there on the video. We should be getting that for you shortly. But just a reminder as well that at half-time we will be doing a Q&A with Tony Hibbert. So make sure you send in your questions. You can follow along on the live matchday blog and get in those questions. You gonna be ready for that?
I'll try.
Hopefully mainly about football, not just about your fishing. But we might
Fish
probably get
nice.
a few of those. Yeah, I'm sure you're up for that. Can't just hear from Tarkowski just yet, but how important has he and Michael Keane been in this side so far?
It is to have a partnership, a two-centre-half partnership. They look good leaders. I don't know what they are around the club. I don't really know, but on the pitch, they look decent lads. Ability-wise, I couldn't fault them, to be honest. They know what it means. They've seen that they've grown into the team and into the club. It's good seeing, to be honest. I'm happy for them, and I think they're playing really well.
I think Keane in particular, there was a lot of praise for him in that Sunderland game. What have you seen in the growth of his game over the last few years, but particularly this season?
Yeah, because I think his confidence he got knocked a bit. It's good to see that he is resistant from it. He's come back stronger. He's always had the ability. I could see that from day one, and I'm just happy that he is a person there as he is to grow, and it doesn't matter who's getting the blame or the confidence-wise, who will shy away, but he seems to step up and he seems brilliant for us.
And that's going to be a big help as well to have two of those centre-backs when we've got Jimmy Garner at right-back, who, as we said, not his usual position. Yeah. How much is that going to help him?
It's massively playing with someone who will talk to you and obviously look after you in that position. it's comforting, it is good. I've got no question over James playing right back, I've got no question about that, but obviously have a partner, two centre-halves who can talk you through a game and to cover you and look after you is quite high, to be honest. And I think they'll do it all day for him, to be honest, make his position a lot more comfortable.
Well, we can now hear from James Tarkowski.
Well, James, we know wins in the Premier League not easy to come by. Is there a growing sense in your dressing room, though, that you're in need of one right about now?
I mean, we'd like one for sure. The details at this level are so minute at the minute. I think we're very close to getting one. Just them small details at either end have cost us recently. So hopefully today we can get them right.
Yeah, that can be frustrating, I'm sure. How easy is it to focus on the job in front of you? Fulham, for example, they got their win last weekend. They were another team who was looking out for them.
Yeah, I mean, we all are. We're all searching for wins. I said we've been close. Feel like the details and even have just not really gone in our favour. I thought we played pretty well early on in the week, but without getting a win, so hopefully today we can get them right.
And we're 10 games into the season, the Premier League table sort of starts to take shape for real, doesn't it, at this stage of the campaign? Bigger picture-wise, how do you feel about where you are at the moment and what the objectives are?
We'd like to be higher up the table, that's for sure. We're ambitious, we want to be up in that top half of the table and pushing for European places. So work to be done, but we are a work in progress. A few new players coming in the summer and we're still trying to get to know where we want to be. But things can improve and I'm sure they will do.
James, thanks so much for the time.
It's good to hear him talk about sort of the next steps and pushing forward. How important is that to have the leaders around the club, the manager around the club, saying those ambitions of pushing forward? Yeah,
you want to hear that. You want to hear the players. Obviously, the manager knows the place, knows the club, so he already knows what is it needs. But it's nice to hear the players and know they've got a bit of character. They know what it means and where the club should be. It's good.
He talks about, pushing for European places, hopefully soon, and that's what this stadium deserves, right?
The club, most importantly, the club needs to be back in European football. It does. Quicker the better, but there's always a process. We know that. But obviously, I can't see why not. We can push up and obviously pick for the European places. Yeah. We can see the players getting ready here. What are we hoping for this team today? What do we want to see in terms of character? Yeah, obviously, when Everton shares, you've got to have character, you've got to have passion. I think that's what the most important the fans will want. But most importantly, 3 points. Take 3 points today. I don't care. And to be honest, I don't care how the performance is, as long as we take the 3 points. And the opposing team as well, a player we know very well, Iwobi. What are you expecting to see what he might bring to the opposition today? Yeah, he seems a difficult player. I never played with him, but he seems a clever, intelligent footballer. Which will get on the ball, he will cause problems, but I think we've got enough talent and obviously people who played with him will understand him and know obviously to more or less man-mark him more, to not let him get him in a dangerous position. So I'm not really worried in that sort of way, but I just think we've got enough today easy by far. They've got a good midfield as well, but we look at our midfield and Idrissa Gueye in particular and what he brings to this team. I mean, he's been phenomenal as a servant to the club particularly. Yeah, obviously, like I say, I talk about the characters, I talk about the person themselves. Obviously, it's great to have them in the team. He has just been amazing for us over the years. The type of player, the quality he's got is obviously is what it should be, to be honest, playing for Everton. Well, just a reminder that for those of you who are Forever Blue Plus premium and season ticket members, as well as subscribers to Everton TV Plus, you can get all of the live audio commentary as well as our half-time and full-time reaction. So make sure you sign up. If you're not yet signed up, it is very easy to do so. Just go to evertonfc.com/foreverblue/membership. We can hear Z cars going now, so it is time to hand you over to our commentators.
To the home of Everton FC, live from the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Live Premier League action. This is our full teams are shaping up today. First, the travelling team, Fulham, in goal. Number 1, Bernd Leno. Number 2, Kenny Tate. Number 3, Calvin Bassey. Team captain, number 5, Joachim Anderson. Number 7, Raul Jimenez. Number 8, Harry Wilson. Number 16, Sunderberg. Number 17, Alex Iwobi. Number 20,